Hey, what's going on YouTube? MarineX back at it again. Ecoflow continues to innovate. Sometimes they fall flat on their face, like their old series of batteries and some of the stuff they were doing with those generators. But the third generation of these generators, they are just continuing to innovate in a way that I like a lot. I'm introducing to you guys the Ecoflow River 3 Plus wireless. They've introduced a Qi 2 wireless charging pad into this. And I'm just going to tell you bottom line up front. If you have the option between the OG Ecoflow River 3 Plus in the Ecoflow River 3 Plus wireless, buy the one that's wireless, especially if they're the same price. Right now, you can only buy this in its configuration without the expandable battery at Costco. The most recent price that I saw was $279 upon filming this video, which is late May of 2025. But I already see shadow listing on Ecoflow's website, meaning they offered it first to Costco buyers. So if you're a club member, congratulations, you can go in there and get this. Plus, I think they're giving you 2 additional battery banks. It's a pretty good deal for $279. But on their website, I already see the listing for this unit. It's listed as sold out. But if you buy it with the expandable battery, you can buy it right now. That will get you 868 watt hours for about 500 and some change. That's still like 60 something cents a watt hour. You can get better deals even from within Ecoflow's own lineup. But the point is that it's not going to only be a Costco exclusive. I've already done a review on this unit. I'll link that video up because there's not really a need to review this all over again because it's the exact same unit. The big difference is they've added pogo pins on the side here. And with these pogo pins, you're going to be able to directly put it in the top of the Ecoflow River 3 Plus wireless and charge this 5,000 milliamp hour battery bank. And then with this Qi 2 wireless charging, if you have an iPhone, which organically already have MagSafe, or if you buy a MagSafe case for your phones, you're going to be able to use this bad boy to charge your devices up to 15 watts. Now, to be fair, I've tested this battery bank out because it uses passive cooling and it does not use active cooling. The 15 watts, I don't think I'm getting that fully when I charge it on my iPhones because it gets hot. This bad boy does get hot. That means if you're using this, I don't know if you're going to get the full 15 watts out of this because it's trying to keep itself cool and not overheat. But if you really want to get bang for your buck, it has a built-in USB Type-C. All new iPhones that hit in the market have USB-C. Most Androids are USB-C. Most things on the market are USB-C. You can get 30 watts out of this plug, which makes it even more valuable because now you can get, I can fast charge my cell phone instead of doing 15 watts or 12 watts or even 8 watts. If this thing cools itself down, I can get up to that 30 watts and charge things like smaller laptops and stuff like that. Battery indicator on the back of this bad boy. Only downside is that Ecoflow sells 5,000 milliamp hour battery banks on their website and on Amazon, but none of them include these pogo pins. So that if you already have them, so if you already had some and you want to buy this unit and have some extras to charge, they don't include the pogo pins. So maybe they're going to sell this separately. Maybe they're going to go up to 10,000 milliamp hours. I don't know. But that's just something to caution you as well. 5,000 milliamp hours is going to be enough to charge your phone about one time, depending on the size of your battery. So for me, this Google Pixel 9 Pro XL has like a 4,900 milliamp hour battery, maybe 5,000. If I use the wired charging feature, I probably can deplete this whole thing and get my battery to 100%. But if my phone is at like 60%, and I use this, it's going to give me a few charges out of it. So now think about it. You're still getting 286 watt hours. You're still getting the fantastic app. You're still getting all those features in the Ecoflow app. And you're getting that warranty. If you buy this on their website and you register it, you get an even longer warranty. You get all this great stuff. But now you have a portable battery bank. So at a campsite, if you're using this in a minivan and your kids are charging something in the back, if you're using this for a power outage, I have one of these Ecoflow River 3s hooked up to my Wi-Fi because my house is on fiber. So when my house loses power, the fiber continues to run because it's fiber. And in order to continue to get wireless going around my house, I have one of these plugged up into that so that my router keeps going, so that my Wi-Fi keeps going, my modem keeps going rather. And that's what I like about these types of things a lot. But while that's hooked up in my game room, one of my kids could walk over to this unit and not touch any of the stuff I have plugged up into the front of that bad boy. Just grab this and charge one of their phones. So a very unique feature. The fact that you're innovating, I like that. The fact that you are trying to compete with the makers of Anchor. I think that right now, Anchor, Ecoflow, and Dapson are really trying to pave the way when it comes to these generators. I don't put Blue Eddy up there because Blue Eddy just keeps, they're making so many different changes with their systems, and some are expandable and some aren't. It can get really confusing. I think that Anchor, Ecoflow, and Dapson kind of like have the cleanest lineup, understanding of what you're getting for your bang for your buck. And for me personally, I just do believe that this unit it's kind of worth it. $279, I think at that price, you probably can find some of their competitors for cheaper. You're really looking for a 300 watt hour unit. These are about 286 watt hour units. You might get away with getting something from Blue Eddy, getting something from Dapson, etc. I just did a review on the Dapson 600L, which is a 768 watt hour unit, which costs about the same amount as this unit. That's more of a value than buying this one. They're really trying to compete with the Anchor C, the C100, C300, whatever that DC charging station is with this unit. And so if you're buying this at the full price of $279, I would say maybe look at a competitor such as that Dapson 600L because of the 600 watt hours, or excuse me, the 768 watt hours. It has a the same output at 600 watts. But if you really want the app support, the removable built-in charger, and the expandability, because that Dapson unit is not expandable, then this unit might be for you. Now, on the shadow listing on their website, it's actually cheaper than it is at Costco. Costco does give you right now, at least as a filming this video, 2 free battery banks, and it's also Costco. So the return policy is like stupid easy up there. Comparing it to buying it on like Ecoflow's website, which you're gonna have to send it back to Ecoflow. With this, you walk in there, you return it. Ecoflow is really expanding because you can buy these units, not this one particularly with the Plus, but you can get a River 3 Plus at REI, at Best Buy, at Costco. They're really becoming mainstream with these units, which is only going to be good for the customer because that means that the support and warranty services are going to completely expand. People are going to start to service these and maybe even become authorized servicers for these units. That makes a lot of sense. You still got the 2 additional AC ports on the back. You got all your inputs on the back, and you still have the 1 AC port on the front, as well as the 1 USB-C port, the USB-A's. That was a complaint I had, but this is an expandable unit, like I mentioned before. And if you get that battery bank up to 600, then you're gonna get an additional USB-C port, and that one's fast charging. But I mean, that's pretty much it. It's not a lot to say about these new units other than Ecoflow is still coming for the jugular of their competitors. They're still innovating. It makes a lot of sense. I like this Pogo plan, the way they implemented it. The only complaint I could say is I kind of wish it was 10,000 milliamp hours because 5,000 it doesn't feel like the most. And you are getting a few other features I failed to mention, which is you do have the kickstand for this, meaning that you can stand it up with your device on here, and you can charge this port independently with a USB-C cable, or you can charge another device with a USB-C cable. So if this cable were ever to be damaged or whatever, this built-in cable right here, then you still should be able to charge this unit. Now, one question I do have is, can I use the built-in battery? Let's try that out. Let's use the built-in cord. So I'm using the built-in cord, and I'm now charging my phone. Let's see, can I use this and charge another device at the same time? So I have this Marshall speaker here. I don't know what the percentage is on this, but can we plug up here and charge 2 devices at the same time with this unit? The Marshall speaker is being charged. My phone is being charged, which is good. which means you can use both ports at the same time. How efficient is it going to be? I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it. I mean, if you do have a whole battery bank sitting right here, so if you really need more than one port, you should probably use that. But I'm liking where you're going with this. Comment down below, smash or pass. Put an S for smash or a P for pass. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.